On the screen here, you're seeing a search run for Sacramento County, California brokers. I think it's really important to understand how the profile looks to a potential client, how they stack up, so you can determine how competitive you want to be on the site. So you can see here, elites are at the top, premiums then fall below them. Basic accounts are going to be at the very end. So depending on how competitive your market is, that could be on page 2, 3, 4, so on. So again, you can see the benefits right away of being an elite or a premium member in terms of that visibility play when someone's searching. But what does this look like on your end? Again, premium and elite accounts stand out above the rest, but don't worry, across the board, no matter what membership level you are at, you're receiving some really great features, things like listing distribution to your own personal website or any affiliate sites that you are a member of, like the IBBA, LinkedIn. You have unparalleled exposure on our full network, which includes BizQuest, LoopNet, around 80 additional online business journals and newspapers. You get to see listing metrics, very detailed listing metrics and tracking tools. You have access to our full for sale and sold business comp database. Premium and elites, though, where they stand out, we put them on high traffic pages on the website. So feel free to peruse the site and kind of take a look at where they fall. That is some additional exposure for you there. You also get a feature in our buyer and seller newsletters. And you receive a monthly listing upgrade. That's something Jason will go over a little later, but that's a monthly credit to upgrade one of your listings. Okay, so every time you're logging in now, this is the page you're going to be brought to. This is your BrokerWorks dashboard, and it's important to stop here every once in a while, take a look at how you're performing, how your listings are performing, and to make sure that you are doing all that you can to have profile strength at 100%. So Randy here is obviously an elite member. You can tell on the top left-hand corner, and then in the bottom right corner, he has a 100% complete profile. This also shows you active stats once you get your listings in there on how they're performing, those displays, the clicks, and of course your broker profile displays. So how do we get to that 100% profile strength? The first and most important thing you need to do, and I encourage all of you to jump back into your accounts after this and take a look, make sure these are filled out. But in that same screen I showed you where we were running the Sacramento County search, you decide where your profile comes up, right? So if I want to run a search, I'm selecting a county, I'm selecting a state, you then get to pick where your profile comes up. Premium accounts have 5 counties they get to choose. Elites have 10, whereas basics just have 1. So again, you can see the benefit of the elite account, more exposure, a larger footprint in your market. So you can see here again, yeah, the 5 counties that Randy has chosen. Here's an example of a great profile. So these are all the pieces you need to really stand out. So not only you want to be an elite or a premium member, you still have to piece this all together, right? So Randy has a professional headshot, very important. He's included his broker license number. He's a California broker, so he has to have that. If you're in a state that doesn't require it, of course, you don't have to put it, but if you do have it, add it on there. More credibility, and again, just sets you apart from anyone who maybe doesn't have a license, right? Make sure you're including your company logo and your website URL, and check that it works. I see a lot of broken links sometimes that take you, nowhere. So double check those. Connect those memberships and certifications. So Randy's a member of the IBBA. He's connected that. He's also a member of the California Association of Business Brokers. You can see, they put a cute logo on there. It really does set you apart. Make sure that you are crafting a well-developed intro. Make sure it's proofread. Grammar is accurate. All of this put together, you can see on the screen grab here what we're really striving for. Okay, so why is this essential? Again, we're all salespeople here. We understand there's a lot of competition out there. You need to make a strong first impression and set yourself apart from the competition. So this is your tool to do that. Obviously, you sign up with us to list your business opportunities, but this is really your chance to pull in these seller leads and have a stronger online presence for any kind of referral that's coming in. So I'll go over that in a second, but just explain how you can help. If you're a premium or an elite member, there's an option to add a tagline into your profile. This will show on the preview screen. I always encourage brokers to put either your specialty or just something eye-catching that, again, in the directory makes it easier for a client to choose you. Okay, so I keep talking about your professional groups and affiliations. Leverage these. Again, it's an additional, it's a service at no additional cost. So you can see here on the screen grab our list of partners. I would say LinkedIn is probably the most popular option to connect. Most of us have a LinkedIn. By connecting it, you click the little plus sign to the right of each of these options. What it'll do if you connect your LinkedIn, every time you post a listing, it'll feed over to your news feed on LinkedIn as a new post. Check out my new listing on BizBuySell. The next most popular option I would say is the IBBA or M&A Source. And then again, if you're a member of any of these state sites as well, it's a seamless feed over to these accounts for you. So that's found under the networking tools tab on the left, listing distribution. That'll bring you to this screen here. Okay, so I brought up referrals, and having worked with enough brokers at this point, I know that the majority of your seller leads typically come in through referral, but if you have a strong BizBuySell profile 100% filled out, that's going to come up in a Google search of your name as well. So Randy Hendershot here, you can see, maybe someone's told me, hey, yeah, you should list your business with him. I Google him, of course, right? Because we're in 2020 and that's what we do now. I type in his name. First, his website's going to come up, his LinkedIn, a network advisory board that he's a member of. But then you see the BizBuySell profile as well. All this is doing is building credibility. Look at all these different sources I can take a look at to vet Randy and see if he's going to be a good fit to list my business. That's a more specific search if it's coming in through a referral, but the capability of BizBuySell is really in our search engine optimization, which means even if I'm using more generic terms like San Francisco business brokers, I can throw that in there, and BizBuySell, BizQuest, or LoopNet is coming up at the top every single time. I can then click into one of these links and I'm brought to the broker directory. And again, you can see there the elites come up right away. So you're having not only these specific language searches working for you, but a more general San Francisco business broker search working for you as well. All of this is to drive as much traffic possible and as many eyeballs as possible to that profile. So to make sure it looks good, have all the necessary information on there, connect those groups and affiliations, and then you'll be ready to go, pulling in seller leads.